You've heard me say this before, but I'm saying it again. Don't quit. Don't give up. Don't give up for nothing. You understand? I know everybody think you crazy. And hell, sometimes you think you crazy too. You're not sure if it's going to work out. You know what I mean? Sometimes you sit up late at night thinking about your dreams, thinking about your goals. They so busy dancing around in your head that you can't even rest. I understand. I know exactly how that feels. Trust me, I know. Okay? Don't quit. I understand that your mama don't believe in you, your daddy don't believe in you, none of your brothers, sisters, cousins, your friends, none of the people at your job believe in you. Don't worry about that because they have one thing in common. They have never lived their dream. They have never pursued anything. You are the only one that you know that has pursued anything in your life. All right, now the people that's talking about you, the ones that's doubting you, the people that are trying to convince you to not do what it is that God put you on this earth to do, they are what you call dirt. Every tree, every flower, all of it got to have dirt. You got to have that in your foundation. And I'll tell you, speaking of foundation, let me tell you something else. When you are in pursuit of your dream, when you look around and you see the rest of your friends working these regular jobs and it seems like they're living real comfortable, you understand? They are living comfortable, but I'm going to tell you something. It takes longer for you to build a mansion than it takes for you to build a house. Everybody else is building houses. And there's nothing wrong with building the houses. If that's what you want, you live in the life that you want. You know what I'm saying? If it only took a few years for you to get where it is that you wanted or where you want to be, then go ahead and be happy with your house. But certain things come with building a mansion. All right? That means when your friends are warm and comfortable in their house, and when it's raining, you gonna get rained on. You're going to have to endure the seasons a little bit more because while they're in their house, you still trying to lay down your foundation. You understand what I'm saying? You still have more ground to cover. You understand? You have to make sure that all of this stuff is level. You still trying to make sure that you got the sturdy foundation for the mansion that you building. All right, while everybody else is looking at you, looking out their window going, man, you stupid. I'd have took all of that stuff that you used on that foundation. I'd have built me a house and been done by now. See, you getting rained on. It's a hurricane coming and all that. You don't have no kind of shelter. You understand? That's all right. That's all right. It's all right having to weather a storm. It's okay having to go through that. You understand what I'm saying? Because that's going to make you strong. It's not going to kill you. What it's going to do is make you strong and put you in a class with other people who have had to weather the storm as well.
Hey, Shalom. All praises to Yahweh Bashem. Yahweh Shai Bashem Rakakwadash. Much honors to you, brothers. Much mercy and honors to you, brothers that's in the spirit, that's teaching this thing, that recognize Yahweh Shai is the vocal point and the center, the nucleus of this truth, understanding that he brought a new agreement and a new covenant so we could make it out of here. Because you're not going to make it if you don't agree with Yahweh Shai. So part of the agreement, what he agreed to, Matthew chapter 16. And in order for these agreements, you have to lose your life, you see. And the cross you have to bear is something of importance. It's not something you put off for weeks, days. If you were doing the work of the Lord, you got to look at it where it's just like feeding real sheep. Like if you had real sheep and lamb and you had to take care of them, you had to feed them, you got to walk them every now and then and shit like that. That's, with this truth, man, this is important. Just like you had real sheep, you got sheep and lambs in the spiritual that you have to feed through the spirit. Remember, the Lord said you can't live off bread alone. And so right now out there in the world, it's all types of bread. It's all types of things you can eat, but it's not the bread of Yahweh Shai. So you have to know where the Lord is coming from, where the Lord is speaking. You gotta really understand that. And one of the things that cut a lot of guys off real quick to let you know the Lord isn't there is guys are esteemed and they're out there, they're famous. So the more famous and great guys are, the more likely the Lord is not there. So you have to be able to distinguish the words of Yahweh Shai than just a bunch of information. You see, because Yahweh Shai, when guys say we're not in a covenant with Yahweh Shai, then it's like, well, why are you teaching the scriptures? Why are you teaching the Bible? Because this is an agenda behind it. And like I said, the majority, man, they're just making money and they're big now. So what's going to have to destroy these guys is a sudden destruction. It's like they're way gone. Guys are way left. You know, they're with the world. Like as the world's running, they're running with it. But Yahweh Shai, he's eternal. That means he was here before this and he'll be here after this. That's why the Lord told you it was certain things that you will have to do to basically be worthy of Yahweh Shai in the spirit. Now the scripture tell you that the harvest is plenteous, but the labors are few. And it tells you that the Lord called many, but just a few are chosen. So you have to be able to distinguish where the Lord is speaking at, what the Lord is really saying in these days beats all the info, you see? And maybe I could go to 1 billion scriptures. What's important is Yahweh Shai is talking. And brothers that have this word, you have to be putting that work in like Yahweh Shai. Okay. Now I want to read this real quick. I want to read a couple things. I'm going to start right here. Matthew chapter 16, verse 16. It says, Paul Simon answered and said, Thou art the anointed son of the living power. Because, let me read up a little bit. Now he asked in Matthew chapter 16, verse 15. He said unto him, But whom say ye that I am? So he asked Peter. And Simon answered unto him and said, Thou art the anointed, the son of the living power. So pretty much Peter, he represents too, if you look at it, the mind frame of the elect and the men that actually agree with Yahweh Shai. That's who Peter represents right here. So he asked Peter, he says, But whom say ye that I am? And Simon Peter answered and said, Thou art the anointed, the son of the living power. And Yahweh Shai answered unto him and said unto him, By art thou, Simon Bar-Jonah, for flesh and blood have not revealed it unto me, but my Father which is in heaven. So certain things are revealed to men when it's not revealed to everybody else. Because when you go up there, he asks guys, who did they say he was? And going back up to 14, they said, and some said, say that thou art John the Baptist, some Elias, some Jeremiah, or one of the prophets. But Peter knew exactly what it was. Matthew 16 and going to 17, it says, And Yahweh Shai answered unto him, Blessed art thou, Simon Jonah, for the flesh and blood have not revealed it, but my Father which is in heaven. So the elect, they're going to know this through the Spirit. They're going to know what it is to do. And Peter represents the elect. You know, he represents the mind frame of a person that would totally agree with Yahweh Shai. So you would know, you would agree with Yahweh Shai because you know who the Lord is. You see? So it's just like that spirit. So the same spirit that the Lord was in, you would agree with it because you will be in that spirit. Now verse 18, and say unto him, and I say also unto thee, that thou art Peter, and upon this rock I will build my church, and the gates of hell shall not prevail against it. So the Lord's telling you in the agreement all throughout the New Testament, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, why he explains the agreement, the new covenant. He explains his blood. So Peter representing one of the elect. He's telling Peter that upon certain men, I'm gonna build my rocks. I'm gonna build my church, and won't shit be able to overtake it. So that's why you got to know the voice of the Lord. Now going back, Matthew chapter 16 and 18, and I say unto thee, thou art Peter, and upon this rock I will build my church, and the gates of hell shall not prevail against it. So you're going to have certain brothers, going back to that little sanctuary in Ezekiel 11, the Lord's going to put his self in men, and the gates of hell won't prevail against it. You see, and it will be that last stronghold of Yahweh Shai. It'll be that last garrison of Yahweh Shai. So that's what's happening in these days. The true men are being revealed, who the Lord is and who the Lord's with, and the spirit and things have been revealed to them. That's why the Lord told Peter, he said, flesh and blood didn't reveal this unto me, and that's the spirit is gonna reveal it. And you're going to be able to see everything, man. You're going to be able to understand and see how men are teaching this word and what they're saying and what they're going into. It's not really of Yahweh Shai. It's like of everything else except Yahweh Shai. You see? Guys talking about emojis and shit. The hieroglyphs. Oh, man. But then they deny Yahweh Shai. You guys are a bunch of clowns, bro. So it's very interesting that you understand Peter, and the Lord said he'll build his church upon this rock, because Peter represents one of the elect that agrees with the Lord, and this is what the Spirit is going to be on the elect. You see? So he tells you right there in verse 18 that the gates of hell shall not prevail against it. Now I want to just jump down real quick, and I wanted to read this real quick, because Satan had jumped on Peter, and the Lord rebuked him. Peter was in his feelings, you see. Now this is Matthew, jumping down, Matthew 16 and 21. I just wanted to get an understanding and make you understand that it's not really about our feelings. It's about what's right in the spirit. It's about the truth. It's about the Lord. So that's what he was telling Peter and them. Now this is Matthew 16 and matter of fact, I'll just keep going down. Matthew 16 and 19. And I will give thee the keys of the kingdom, and whatsoever thou shalt be bound on earth shall be bound in heaven, and whatsoever shall loose on earth shall be loosed in heaven. That's right. So the Lord said he'll give you the keys to the kingdom of heaven. And where's the kingdom of heaven at? It's in you. It's in you, man. So what's the heavier matters of the law? Faith, mercy, and discernment. These are the heavier matters of the law. And loving your brother and loving the Lord. Let me read this again. Matthew 16 and 19. And I will give thee the keys of heaven. He says, I will give unto thee the keys of the kingdom of heaven. So he's going to give you the keys. That's what he told Peter. So that's what he's doing for us. Matthew 16 and 19. Now going to verse 20. Then charged he the disciples. So it's heavy. You got to understand. You got to look at yourself as Peter or the elect, as the Lord is talking to you. You see, you got to look at it like that, because that's who he's making the agreement with. This is another agreement. This is another agreement. He said the gates of hell shall not prevail against it. And I will give you the keys of the kingdom of heaven. So the elect are going to have the faith. They're going to have Yahweh Shai, and they're going to be able to see. They're going to have those qualities in them. And our bodies don't have to be changed to be believed in that. Because the Lord had the elect. The elect always been here. You see, like the Lord's men, he always dealt with his men over generations and generations. It's the same thing right now. And so what we're seeing is the majority of men with this truth, they're not in the spirit of Yahweh Shai. They don't really talk about Yahweh Shai because these guys are the scribes and the Pharisees. They're not really of the Lord. And the Lord said it is what comes out of a man. You see, that defiles him. And by guys not really bringing Yahweh Shai out like that, making it known that the Lord was totally talking about being in agreement with his men. That shows you that a lot of men are fucking corrupt. They're very corrupt. And they're trying to get you to deny everything the Lord's telling you. Even in Matthew 16, it's all over the Gospels, the agreement and the new, what he was explaining. You know, he was teaching faith and healing. Okay. So you got to understand what's happening. Guys are teaching all these things, but then their leaders are telling you you're not in the covenant with Yahweh Shai. So eventually what's going to happen is you guys are not with Yahweh Shai. And the leaders are not, so the rest of you guys are not. So a lot of you guys, you're not looking at this thing through the spirit because you're not in the spirit. Because you're not in the spirit. So therefore, when you deny Yahweh Shai and you with men that deny Yahweh Shai, guess what? You're going to be destroyed. So you have to understand this, man. You have to understand what's happening. The Lord said that he will build his rock upon Peter. Now we know Peter goes into King David. And then Peter in this scripture right here, you could look at him as the elect, who he's going to deal with. You see? As it is on earth, it's in the heavens. So you chosen down here on earth. The Lord has a special place for you up there. You see? So that's why you have to be able to understand the work of the Lord and then the works of men. By God's telling you a bunch of fucking information and bringing out all this and all that and bringing this out and bringing this out and bringing that out. But they're going all around Yahweh Shai. That's what's going on. So these camps are telling you you're not in the new covenant with Yahweh Shai, but they're teaching you all these things. These guys are of the world, man. They're of Satan. And the Lord is not in them. So it don't matter like what the fuck they're talking about. They denying the Lord. You see? So at this point, it's like the Lord is still speaking. Because this time, if you're not built upon the rock of Yahweh Shai, and if the Lord has not built his church inside of you, if the Lord is not using you to build his church and to build his way, and you're teaching all this other shit at the end of the world, you're not like pushing faith, or you're not really trying to get our people to see, you're a fucking you're a false prophet, like the Lord said in Matthew 24. There's many false prophets out there. It's many. It's many, man. It's many. Every time you turn on social media, man. So guys have let that part of the truth overshadow Yahweh Shai and actually really seeing this thing for what it is. So this is a mind thing. This is a battle of the minds. And you hear that term, my people have lost their mind. Yeah, they've lost their mind to these fucking guys that have took over their minds. They got our peoples in the zombie mode. Yeah, you know all this information, but you don't know Yahweh Shai like that. Because if guys did know Yahweh Shai, they wouldn't let guys deny Yahweh Shai. They wouldn't let guys say certain things. They wouldn't let guys do certain things, no matter if it's an elder or not. So that just tells you it's a lack of the Holy Spirit out there. It's a lack of it. Where guys are so good teaching all this different shit, but then Yahweh Shai is not with it. Let me jump down here. Matthew chapter 16, verse 24. And then Yahweh Shai came unto him, and then said Yahweh Shai unto his disciples, if any man come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. So part of you denying yourself is not being highly esteemed. Denying the flesh. Denying these certain things that will make you look like somebody in this world. You know what I'm saying? And guys, I did not deny that. But some will. Few will. Few will. Few will keep themselves low. Well, the Lord's keeping them low. And if the Lord let your ass be exalted high, it become great. That means that he ain't with you. Because the Lord said he only deals with the lowly. You see? Because the Lord didn't have no position. If the Lord didn't have no position, or he wasn't fucking, people didn't double honor him or made him great, then what makes men think they should be double honored and be great? You see that? So you saying you're better than the Lord? Matthew chapter 16, verse 25. So it's about following the Lord. The Lord said, take up his cross and follow him. Guys are following the fucking world, bro. On some real shit. Like right now, it's either you following the Lord or you following the world. And we're all in the world. But the thing about it is that the Lord got us doing a specific task on a whole nother level. Because the Lord is speaking. Because guys are denying Yahweh Shai on a heavy scale. They denying the Lord. And that's what they're supposed to do. But as our jobs, the Lord always set up a few men that were going to take up their cross and follow the Lord wherever the lamb went. The Lord said, take up his cross and follow him. God's supposed to be following what the Lord did. Not this shit in the world, hieroglyphs and shit, bro. You guys are, you don't have anything to talk about. You'd rather talk about this other shit than Yahweh Shai. That's why the Lord is not in you guys. And that's what we're trying to get guys to really see. That when the Lord came, it's all about the Lord. Guys don't care about the Lord like that. Matthew 16 and 25, for whosoever shall save his life shall lose it. And whosoever will lose his life for my sake shall find it. You have to lose your life, man. You have to lose your life. Guys are not losing their life. They're gaining their life. Guys want to keep their channel. That's not losing your life, man. Hey, with that, man, don't let these guys deny you from your chance of salvation by telling you that we're not in agreement with Yahweh Shai. Because once you do that, no matter how much shit they're telling you and whatever they bring it out, and if you deny the Lord, everything is void. Okay. And with that, hey, shalom.
Thirsty! Well, Let's give them something to drink! To the clan!